Hello. This topic, when I first started researching and learning this and reading this and hearing this, it was very disheartening to me. I was worried about myself. I was like, what do they mean? What do they mean I'll never be the same? Because I like myself. You know what I mean? I was like, what do you mean I'll never be the same? I don't understand. I was nervous. Did they mean I was going to go forward and be bitter? Did they mean I was going to go forward and be angry? Did they mean I was going to go forward and be petrified to open up to anybody? I didn't know what they meant. I've maintained an open mind on going forward and getting to know other people, and I have managed to compartmentalize him and know that he does not represent everybody. So no, I haven't let it destroy my trust, but I do indeed carry the effects of the experience with me. We all do. And it can be in a positive way, which is how I've chosen to look at it. It's how I generally choose to look at anything. I don't want to close the door on the possibility of trusting someone, so I prefer to look at it this way. Okay, I've been told many times, my daughter even pointed it out to me, I used to trust right away off the bat. I went in thinking, the person I'm dealing with is as honorable as I'm coming from an honorable place. They are too. I'm coming from an honest place. They are too. Okay? That was a tough one because when I found out there were bad people, and I mean, I know there's bad people in the world, but this kind of purposeful hurt they cause was not something I ever knew before. My whole entire Gidget view of the world shifted. That was quite the tipping point for me. My whole world shifted. Of course, I'm going to be different going forward. I wonder now where they are. This is kind of the effects that stay with you, I think. And I hope forever, because I wonder where they are. I look and I see them. And I've protected myself against some that I have met since I have gained this perspective and education. That's not an effect I ever want to go away. It doesn't mean I'm cynical or going through life tiptoeing or careful, but you are more careful. Of course I am. I'm not going to ever enter a relationship again and trust the person automatically. No. Nope, they got to gain it. They got to earn the trust. I gave like the narcissist a card, made him a card-carrying, trustful member of my world right away. What? I look back now and think, how on earth did you even make that decision, Renee? Because I was different then. And I am permanently changed. I am definitely permanently changed. The research is correct. You will never be the same person that you are post-narcissist, that you were pre-narcissist, that you will be post-narcissist. Don't let it make you sad like it initially did me. Like I said, I was like, wait a minute, what do you mean? It's not a bad thing. The effects of being careful is a good thing. The effects of I listen much more than I talk now. I do. I let them tell me exactly who they are. I used to, I'm very nervous. I'm a nervous person when I like somebody or when I'm dating. And I tend to, you can imagine, right? And what are you doing when you're doing that? You're giving them so much information on what you need and want and desire in a partner. Well, that's making their job really easy. So now they know what you want. So now they're going to mirror that. They're going to reflect that. They're going to be that for you. Now, nope. I'm pretty tight-lipped. and I let them go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and I'm learning all about them. It's powerful. I'm learning all about them. And at the end of the 3 hours, I might decide, you know what, I don't really like him. First of all, if they never stop and take a breath and ask you your side of something or your point of view, or allow you to get a word in edgewise, or a story, like there's been times I'll like try to tell my, boom, I'm interrupted, they go off with their story. I just put my story on the back burner. It's not important, I don't care. But what I learned is, during those 3 hours, is like you get to know somebody. Oh, they interrupt. Oh, they don't care what I had to say. Oh, on a certain topic, I had something to offer. They didn't want to listen. Okay. So I love that about myself now. I wasn't like that before. I would nervously chatter, and I think just expose so much about myself prematurely. They don't have a right to know your innermost thoughts and desires and wants and needs on date 1. Renee, calm down. Calm the hell down, girl. Let them talk. Find out who they are first. You might not even like them. So why do you need to go through all that? Don't even tell them what you want. That's an effect that this whole relationship has had on me that I carry forward. So I love that. That has served me well already. It has served me well already. In that, I like that I'm being more careful. I like that I am not assuming that somebody is good. I'm trusting me and my instinct more than anything. I don't trust right away like before. Not after finding out there are bad people. And I'm not saying every person that I'm encountering or that you're going to encounter is going to be a narcissist in the future. They just might not be for you, which you can learn if you're careful. If you're careful. You give the wrong kind of person the right kind of information about you, they're going to use that, if they're a bad person, against you. You can save yourself all that trouble just by being careful and not jumping right in. I have a tendency to jump right in. Assume everybody's good. Assume everybody's, do you know what I mean? I'm surrounded by good men in my life, okay? A brother, a father, my grandfather's no longer here, but in other words, I have, my ex-husband is stellar, stellar man. So when you're surrounded by good men, good people, my ex-father-in-law, you see how they can be with their lady friend, with their work ethic, with their home, taking care of their homestead, taking care of their children. You see good men in your life, you realize that's what they do exist, first of all, and that's what you'd like in your life. Right? Now you say, well, why'd you divorce your husband then? It just didn't, it was something I thought we needed to do. And it turns out that was a proper decision. Just because two people are stellar doesn't mean they might go together. So just because I divorced doesn't mean he's a bad person. He's a stellar, the epitome, the cream of the creme. But it just didn't work out. But my point is, when you have examples in your life, and please think of them. It might be a friend for you. It might be a cousin. It might be somebody you work with. But if you have stellar, then that's your proof, your evidence that there are good men on this earth. There are good women on this earth. If you know good men and women in your life, but they have that's your proof. So just because you're not meeting anyone right now with a romantic partner, whatever, I know they exist. I know some. And I'm going to be careful enough to make sure that the person that I spend time with is of that caliber and no less. No less. Nope. I want them to have the integrity and the honesty and the loyalty and the giving nature that I have seen in men that I know. And women. I mean, I'm not saying women, but I'm saying my pronoun's he. So you think of who's in your life. And you go forward and you emulate those people and you try to find those qualities in someone for yourself. That's a tremendously good effect. I'm not just out there flailing around. It made me look at it like that. Like I was like, okay, Renee, what in the heck? I've been dating forever. I keep picking the wrong people. It wasn't my first narcissist, by the way. It's the first time I knew the words associated and why the behavior happened. But it wasn't my first narcissist. I've gone back and rewound and discovered I picked this person before. Well, now I sat back, post-narcissist, and okay, whoa, stop. And I start thinking about the good men that I do know. You know what I mean? And I think, okay, Renee, these are the qualities that you're looking for in somebody else. So now when you meet somebody, if you do that, it will strike you very clearly if the new person does not possess the good qualities that you're looking for in someone. You're not going to get spun around because, ooh, they're cute or they're flashy or they're coming on strong or whatever. You're going to be like, nope, I'm looking for honesty, integrity, loyalty. And you're looking at this person and they, quite clearly, you can tell. I look back, I knew my narcissist was trouble on date one. If I had 2 years ago would have been the month I met him. 2 years ago this month. If I had the post-narcissist experience in me when I met him, I would have seen him a mile away and said, oh God, no. Thanks for dinner. Goodbye. I like that effect, post-narcissist. So now when I hear you'll be a different person post-narcissist, I hope so. I hope it's something that stays with all of us forever, because pre-narcissist, it was like I had blinders on and I didn't understand, I guess, how part of the world worked. Like I said, I did not know that there were people that do this on purpose. That there were people with a disorder like this going through life this way. That's a huge lesson you've learned. It's tremendously valuable. Don't let it keep you down. Don't let it make you sad. Don't let the fact that you might be different going forward be, oh, but I was, get reminiscent of the wide-eyed, gidget worldview having Renee that I was. I'm still very much full of hope and vigor for the future, and I still love hard and have great experiences with friends and whatever, and that part of me is still the same. But just to go forward a little smarter, a little more awake, that's a good effect. And that's where I guess the healing also can, people might say, well, I'll feel healed when I don't want any of that. You do. You want to keep some of that armor. That doesn't mean you're not healing. It just means you have a new perspective and a new education and a new way of warning yourself, right? It's like my mind is like a red blinking light now. When something is not right, I can tell. And you might say, well, what if you're wrong and you're letting a good guy go? And, oh, well, then I'm wrong and letting a good guy go. It'll unfold the way that it should. I truly believe that things unfold the way that they should. And I don't think I'm wrong. I give things, I know, you can tell when you spend time with somebody with open eyes and you take the effects of the narcissist experience with you and you learn the lessons you learned. Take them with you. Let them change you forever. It could be a good thing. We're all smarter, wiser. We're on to them. We won't get duped again. Darn right I want to take that stuff forward. So now when I hear, oh, you'll be different forever, I think, that's right, I will be. Finally, I've learned things that are in life that I didn't know before, and I want to take them forward. and you should too. So be proud of yourself if you learn things about these narcissists and you're moving forward in life and you're, trying to navigate the waters of the world. Be grateful that you have this education and keep it in your brain, on your mind all the time. It's not a burden. Don't think of it as, ugh, I wish I just... No, you wish what? You didn't know? Why? So that you can pick it again like I did? You know what happened. Admit it. Own it. Have that education. Have that experience. And those effects will stay with you. And I hope they stay with all of us, those positive effects, forever. So that we can protect ourselves.